Hello everybody, this is George Dorsey, IFBB Pro, author, owner of Gen X Muscle. Today I'm going to show you an exercise called the pin press. This is not a widely known exercise, but it's a very effective exercise that you can use to try to increase your bench press and then also to try to increase the size of your pectoral muscles as well. But I frequently use this from time to time. Even when I was in college at the D1 level, I was able to bench over 500 pounds as a natural athlete. Again, no steroids, just a natural athlete. And here I am 50 years old and I'm still fairly close to where I was at. But today, because I'm coming back from a shoulder injury, I'm not going to go as heavy today, but I'm just going to show you the setup of a pin press. So basically what I use is I use a power rack. And the reason why I use a power rack is because I can actually use the safety bars here versus using the hooks. So what I do is I put the safety bars and set them up to where they're actually about an inch or an inch and a half off my chest. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to negate or eliminate some of the range of motion that normally occurs in the bench press. So for instance, when you take the bar off the rack and then you can actually lower it down, you can actually create momentum, which is the purpose of this part of the range of motion with your chest and your body, and you can force the weight up. On a pin press, it actually eliminates that entire part of the range of motion. So you actually are starting here in the lower part of the range of motion, which is where a lot of people end up getting stuck. So today I'm actually just warming up here with 135. Actually it's 145. And the reason why it's 145 is because I'm actually using a heavier bar. This is a 55-pound bar versus a 45-pound bar. And the reason is because I've been 45-pound bars for some reason. So I've gone to a much heavier and more solid bar for the bench press and the other exercises that I do. So again, safety bars, 1.5 inches from the chest. And also because I'm working out by myself, I don't use collars. The reason is because if I get stuck, I can actually wiggle out of the weight or dump the weight if I need to. But because I'm using safety bars, I'm not necessarily worried about that. But if I'm at a gym, I always use collars because there's usually somebody around if I get stuck. So we're just going to add a little bit more weight. But again, the bench that I have is actually a little bit wider bench for a number of reasons. One is if you try to do a bench press on a narrow bench, you'll have a stability issue. I've actually gotten hurt, had a shoulder injury from using a narrow bench just because I couldn't keep it stable when I actually went heavy. So I always try to make sure that I have a good platform and a good base in which to push from. But again, I'm going to actually put a little bit more weight on here. So again, I'm actually coming back from a shoulder injury, so I don't want to go too heavy, but I do want to show you how effective this exercise is. And it's really neat how you end up activating the central nervous system by doing a pin press type exercise. And what you'll find is when you start to go up in weight on your pin press, and then you actually start to do just a regular bench press right afterwards, you'll find that weight like 225 or a lower weight, just say that your max is 300 and you go back down to maybe 155 or something like that, you'll find that it is extremely light. If I go up on a pin press to about 475 and then I come back down to a 225 on a regular bench, I can do probably 40 something reps. I've done it. And it makes, again, what it does is it tricks the central nervous system into thinking that you're, going to be pushing more weight when you're actually just going back down to 225. But anyway, we're going to do this right quick. And then again, I'm going to show you. All righty, got a little noise there. So again, that's the pin press, and we may go up another plate. We'll see how we feel. But before I actually got down here to do my workout, I actually took my own pre-workout. The reason why I take my own pre-workout and I don't take anybody else's is because I'm very concerned about what I put into my body, and I didn't like the way the other pre-workouts made me feel. They actually irritated, gave me some GI issues on a number of brands. So I actually created my own pre-workout, which has been very effective. So here I am, 50 years old, still benching close to what I was in college 30 years ago, but a little bit off, not quite. Again, with this shoulder injury, I'm not going to go as heavy. So again, we're just going to go up a little bit more in weight. This is actually, what is this, 325. And we're just going to do this a couple of times. Again, doing the pin press, just an inch off of our chest. So. And that, my friends, is the pin press. Go to our website, genxmuscle.com, for more tips and information and nutritional information. Go to our blog. We're going to be posting this on YouTube and then also Instagram. But again, Gen X Muscle, looking for quality, always look for the X.